And what would you say to someone that was thinking about going through the Body Boost program and having me be their coach?
It is 1,000,000% the best money I've ever spent. You're going to find a better version of yourself. Brian will not let you lose. Me right now is the best version of myself ever. I'm way stronger. I'm more confident. But yes, this right now is the most optimal time of my life.
I'd say 10 out of 10. Highly recommend. Significant results.
You took me to the next level where I figured out how to build more muscle mass than I've ever been able to with the nutrition and with the way that your program was designed. I gained more muscle than I've been able to, and I've tried all sorts of things. I've done CrossFit, I've taught group fitness for years, and this just really took me to the next level. When we started, I told you I've never been able to do a pull-up in my life. Well, that was my goal on my 46th birthday, and I was able to do my first pull-up.
Well, I started at 230, and the lowest point was 188. So that was the drop. So what is that? 42 pounds, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Is that right? 42 pounds?
That's right. And what was the period of time? How long did it take?
13 weeks. Like, it's not that hard, and it really isn't anymore. It's not harder. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. I'll put it that way. You know, part of that too with the accountability is, like, it was always nice to ask you a question and you have or get the answer. And there's probably times you didn't quite have the answer, but you went and found the answer, right, and got it back to me because of all that information that's out there. And that alone is worth a lot in my book. You're always quick on responding, because I'm big on that. You know, I get really, antsy if I don't respond to a message. I feel like you were a lot of the same way, to where you always responded to get me the question I had at the moment.
I love responding back to people as fast as I possibly can. So thanks for noticing that. They're on the fence about working with me. What would you say to them?
I would say they probably got to as far as they could on their own, and that's why they need that extra person. Because I did the same thing. I did keto, and I felt like, it would only get me as far as my knowledge was, right? And I'd keep getting the same results, right? And then wonder why I couldn't break through that wall, right? And then working with you for those 13 weeks, like, I got to a point where I never could get myself to on my own. And that goes back to the accountability, right? Because it was easy for me to just blow it off, right? Or change my goals in the middle. That's usually what would happen, right? Where it's no longer about dropping weight, I'm just going to get stronger, right? To counteract, right? And you keep seeing these memes on Instagram or whatever, right? And it's just like, oh, I'm just always in bulking mode, right? I mean, even though you're trying to lose weight and you can't, you're like, oh, I'm just always bulking instead. and so really, working with you, it got me over that hurdle. And when we very first talked, it was just like, how do you lose that last 30 pounds? I mean, that's what our conversation is, right? Like, how, because I think everybody can get to that point where it's the last 20 to 30 pounds on their own. I do. But it takes someone who actually knows what they're doing, and the knowledge, and working with someone like that to get past that brick wall. And I don't care where we're at, we all come across that wall in some form or another, whether it's weight loss or money or whatever. And people who think they don't need it are going to get the same results that they're always going to get. It's just the facts are. But working with that extra person, someone who has what you have, that's one thing I'll give you. You walk the walk, right? It's hard to take advice from people that don't have what you have, or want, sorry, right? But you walk the walk. You're there every day. We all see it with your post, like, you walk the walk, and that's a big deal. Really, I trust you enough to send my family to you. You don't get much higher respect than that, in my opinion.
Well, I appreciate that.
Has been really cool.
yeah, like you handle business a different way. Like it's a whole new level to be able to gain new clients. It's like okay, she knows what she's doing. She has the confidence that like she takes care of herself. She's gonna take care of me, kind of a thing. I'd say go for it. Like do it. I mean, it's funny how people, you know, when we're like, oh, we can DIY this, we can DIY that, but when it comes to like your health, like that's something that you just got to do it. You just got to commit to it and just do it. Yeah, just go for it. Best money spent.
After struggling for years and trying to get my health back, and yeah, I'm feeling really good about being under 200 pounds.
Yes.
I mean, I'm very happy with the progress, and I'm just going to continue to make gains while I make losses. This is really empowering to be in control of my own future. And so I would just say, get in there. You need someone to be accountable to. The app is really great. Having Coach Brian is really great. And yeah, I'm happy. I'm down 12 pounds. I'm up in muscle. I feel better. I look better. I'm very excited. Your system, your app, your encouragement were really crucial for me. Once I got in it, it was like, why have I been putting this off? I still have a ways to go, so I'm still in the program. But I'm sleeping better. I'm snoring less. My clothes fit better. I don't have the inflammation. I don't have the swollen abdomen like I did. So I feel like things are heading exactly in the direction that I want. Until I hit a point where I was like, okay, I don't want to live like this. I don't feel good. I don't look good. I've got to make a change. And if I change, then everything will change. So it started with me.
I just am excited because, you know, when we started talking about this, and it was like, okay, I don't feel optimal. I don't feel great. I don't feel like my old self, and I want to get there. And it's like, okay, well, let's just keep attacking it. Let's keep attacking it, and slowly over time, it doesn't really, it doesn't have to be drastic. It really doesn't have to be drastic. You know, if you want to get really fast results, you can do drastic things. But dude, this slow and over time, I think has just been really, really good for you. Like, and this is what it takes to keep it off for the rest of your life anyways, you know, is establishing these habits of, you know, that will last your whole life.
I have a lot more energy. I feel a lot better about myself. I have more confidence. My clothes fitting better. Being able to wear some of the clothes that I was not wearing because they didn't fit. I noticed a difference in my energy. I noticed a difference when I'm getting dressed. I noticed a difference. Overall, it's just like, it makes a difference. People don't think that it does, but it makes a difference. Being 10 pounds overweight makes a huge difference on how you feel, in every way. The minute that I said, okay, I'm worth it, I'm going to invest in myself, I know that I can spend that money in a lot of different things without even thinking about it. So the minute I did that and I gave it a chance, it just made a difference. So you are worth it. Once you start losing the weight and you start feeling better, it's worth it. It was definitely losing a lot of the weight. It was like a pound, 2 pounds every day, and it was like, yes, it's worth it. So I would say go for it.
I mean, how much did you weigh when we started?
220.
And then how much do you weigh now?
I got on the scale this morning. I was 195.
25 pounds. 25 pounds. That is crushing it. How do you feel having done this?
I'm feeling dangerous, man. I'm feeling dangerous. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm also leaner and lighter than I've been to have this amount of strength. And it's crazy, man. My pull-ups are freaking back up over sets of 10. I'm doing dips over sets of 10. Squatting heavy. running long, looking mean. It's a good feeling, man. I've also put on some size. I noticed my chest is a lot bigger than it was like 5-6 months ago. My arms, my back, this is the lightest, as well as being the leanest that I've been in my adult life anyways. Got a bunch of energy, but I think my emotional energy is a lot better now that I pulled 30 pounds off of me. And I know I think my like people just around me feel it, bro, because that's just everywhere I go, man. I'm getting positive vibes and energy from everybody. So I think they noticed that because I'm proud of the work that I did, they're proud of me even more, you know. I got a lot more clear-headed, and I'm looking towards the future and what I got to bring to myself with a lot more positive energy. You know, the vision for my higher self has gotten a lot clearer in the last couple months, and I'm proud of what looks back at me in the mirror. So that, you know, gives me a lot of energy and motivation to keep plugging away for David, man.
You know, once we locked in, I was like, this is probably the best thing I've ever had in my fitness journey. Like, that might be like saying a lot, but it's very much true. I gained over 30 pounds. Yeah. It was a huge change. Yeah. I was happy, super happy about it. Yeah.
My gosh.
I know.
Losing for me, that 21 pounds, definitely makes a difference with how I feel. It's weird how that amount for me, I feel stronger, I feel more focused, my brain fog has gone away, I feel alive, I have energy, Brian. I feel like I can live and do things without wondering if I have enough energy to do it. That's one of the biggest changes is I have a lot of energy now. This is not how I was at 213. And I didn't think losing 20 pounds would do that, but it does do that. After talking to you, I just felt motivated. I've never had a coach. And that's what makes the difference, is when you have somebody who cares about your progress, somebody who holds you accountable, that's what turned around for me. That's what did it for me. Plus, it pushed me to do more. It showed me what I was capable of. I was certainly not doing that before meeting you. So I also felt more energy to do even more. Like that didn't happen without a coach. That didn't happen before, you know? All that together and then turning the habit around. Many habits, not just a workout habit. A lot of habits changed for the better. And it was all because I decided to work with you and I connected with you. There's something about you that you just really want someone to succeed, and you believed in me more than I believed in me. I felt that, and that was big for me. Like, hey, this guy believes in me more than I believe in me, so I can do this. And then it got me to start believing in me the same way you believed in me. Once that transformation happened, now I can see why people say, hey, you got to work with a coach, man. You got to work with somebody that believes in you, that will hold you accountable. I get it now. And now I have it inside of me where I can continue this journey. I can keep going. And it's part of who I am. It's part of my life.
I'm in between 200 and 205 when I first started.
How much did you lose, or what did you get down to?
I got down to 178 at 27 pounds.
And how many weeks?
6 weeks. Crazy. Fast.
Dude, Mark, killing it, bro.
You showed me how everything was, like how easy it was, and there was like no gimmick to it. So I said, okay, well, what's the worst that can happen?
Let me just try it, right? It ain't gonna kill me. Let me try it. And I'm glad I did, Brian, man, because everything was so easy to access. You know, like you explained everything perfectly. The whole like blueprint thing, man, like that really helped me, not only working out wise, but just with my life in general. You know, I see important. Life's so much better, man. So much better.
So if somebody was on the fence about working with me, what would you tell them?
They're not going to regret it. So it went way beyond just working out. Really, like, it's one of the best moves I've made. And I'm glad I did it, because you helped me a lot. So, and these are things that I'll do for the rest of my life. I understand people being skeptical, but like I said, just take the opportunity, give it a shot. They won't be sorry.
It was 460, when I started, and so going from 460 down to 250. So, what is that? 200 pounds.
So incredible.
Yeah,
that is so incredible.
Yeah, it's been extremely encouraging, and just how sincere you are in wanting others to win and take charge of their health and their life is truly inspiring, and it has been an honor to work with you and just to try to emulate even a little tiny part of what you've done for yourself, but also, to even be a part of such a solid group that are trying to be better in their everyday lives is just it's an honor, man. And I've loved every second of it, and I'd recommend you to anyone that is wanting to take 100% accountability for their life and their health. I love it, man. I love the process. It's my life now.
At your highest point, how much did you weigh?
Like 225 pounds. Not in great shape. Yeah, not in great shape. So I've chipped away at this since then, and have ended up, I'm like 198 right now. So yeah, yes, I've dropped quite a bit of weight. But the biggest thing is obviously not the big fluctuations of dropping weight. It's keeping it off. And I know me and you talked there the other day, and I've kept that off and like been building muscle too throughout that time. So yeah, it's been good, man. It's been really good. I've called you a couple times and been like, yeah, it's pretty gnarly out here in terms of the economy and stuff. And then you were just like, dude, you just got to show up like with full energy and like be that guy for them, right? And I translated that into it, and I showed up and was like upbeat, positive, there to be I was there to solve problems for them and listen, and like it's such a difference versus showing up and being, kind of down and stuff. I was up. I was like, let's go, baby. Like, I'm winning. You guys are winning. Like, let's go. Let's do this. And it's paid off huge. Like,
light years from where I was. Everything is better. My relationships with my family are better. I have like an actual relationship. I got blessed with the most beautiful, kick-ass fiance. My relationship with my kid is way better. It's like a more genuine and present relationship. My mom and dad don't have to see like their oldest son just like deteriorating. Now, depression and anxiety are relatively non-existent, capable of solving problems now. The whole reason that I wanted to change and hired you to get me to change was to tell me what to do, and I did it, and it worked. It's amazing how stupid easy it is when you have someone to show you how to do it.
If someone was on the fence about working with me, what would you tell them?
Get off the fence, like get back on the ground, on the other side of the fence. Follow the instructions that are laid out, very easy and very simple, and the rest of everything else falls into place. Good things will come. It's simple. Just like, you saved my life, dude. Like, no fucking joke. Yeah, there's a very high probability I wouldn't be on it anymore if I didn't have you get my shit together. If you never have another client ever again, you know that you at least like save one person's fucking life. It's a huge deal for me. And I'm like, there's not enough words in any dictionary to express that attitude. Like, if you don't make that conscious decision to make that leap and get off the fence, then you're going to just continue to swirl around. It's a no-brainer of a trade-off.
I've been getting like a lot of compliments from my coworkers and friends and stuff, so I know I'm doing good.
Yes, bro. So how much weight did you lose total from your highest when you started the program to your lowest?
35 pounds.
Dude, Josh, that is sick.
I appreciate it.
Oh, dude, congrats.
I feel better. I look better. I just feel happier. You know, I think I have a better vibe. You know, when you're hella fat like that, man, you just get depressed and you can't move around as well, and you just it's like a lot of stuff. Definitely more confident, more like willing to put myself out there and just get out there and do things. Even when I just came back from camping, and even like going out camping and being on the boat and fishing, felt more confident to just like take off my shirt and just silly stuff like that, you know? Even if you're not even saying anything to them, you're just like kind of leading by example, you know? People see the changes you're making and they think to themselves that they want to do the same thing. But then like when you get done with it, after feeling like that, it makes you proud of yourself for sure. If anybody was like thinking about it, I would say do it, because the accountability of having somebody else there is better. Like if you don't have this, you're more willing to give up on yourself and skip out on a workout and cheat on your meal and do everything that you're not supposed to do. But when you have a goal you're trying to reach and somebody pushing you, it's like you don't want to disappoint and you don't want to fail, you know? So I would tell anybody to do it.
Just shy of 30 pounds since June. Feel really good right now. Yeah, I was just curious. I was like looking back at old pictures just barely, and snapped that progress picture this morning and kind of compared them, and I was just like, holy, holy, that's a big difference. And energy, I've been sleeping a lot better. I feel better that way. I feel really, really strong. But yeah, man, just energy-wise, like my cardio's up. I feel good running. Obviously, like it's easier not weighing so much, and I feel good, man. Like I look at myself in clothes, like my confidence is up. I feel like, I don't know, I get comments, people asking me if like I work out, and like that always feels good. And the confidence is high right now, man. I've been pretty proud of what I've done the last little bit, and trying to dial it in, and it's been fun. Yeah, seeing the changes. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I appreciate it, bro.
How much did you weigh when we started?
216.
And how much do you weigh now?
185. Well, it was 184.6 yesterday, and then I think I went up a pound today. But yeah, I'm back at 185.
Holy moly, dude. So you lost 31 pounds.
Yeah. It feels awesome. Feels awesome. My wife's like, hey man, are you on speed or something? Because I just have so much energy, and it feels good. I'm getting up earlier, working out on top of it. One big benefit, and I didn't mention this to you earlier, but when I go to bed, even though I still have energy, I pass out, and I'm passed out good, and I sleep solid. Doesn't matter how late I'm up, how early I go to bed, or what I get solid sleep. It's like I'm always thinking, what can I do the next thing? I feel like I have more energy, work, the drive, the push. It's all there, and it's awesome.
See that your kids are affected by this at all?
They see the work that's being put in, and there's my youngest. He gets up early on the weekend. So he was up, and I was like, dude, you want to come down and do it with me? I'm just going to do some jumping jacks and some jump rope and what. He's like, yeah, let's do it. So he came down, and he's done it with me a couple of times, and he loves it. He loves it. He's like, oh yeah, I get to go do this with dad. You've been awesome. Great coach. Super, anytime I've got questions, anytime, hey, maybe we need to switch something up, super responsive and always there to help me through, whether it's a big question, small question, you're always there to help me out. So yeah, you've been great. So not on my own for sure. You've been there to help me through it.
If someone was on the fence about working with me, what would you tell them?
Dude, just do it. Just go for it, right? Just don't hesitate. You'll be pleasantly surprised. Just throw down the deposit and just be like, all right, here's my first month. This is when I'm going to start. If you need a couple of weeks to gear yourself up mentally and get into it, just do it. Just do it. First week you get over the hump and you're like, dude, this is awesome. This is amazing. I really appreciate it.
How much did you weigh when you started?
Your program, I started making my changes. I was at 210, so 25 pounds. I'm down. I think I weighed at 184.8. I kept skinny clothes, and just because I just like the clothes I really enjoyed wearing. And I mean, I think I was up to a 36 or 38 in pants. My skinny clothes are at like a 32. So I didn't do any measurements, Even though I was 210, I was like, I was like a bulging water balloon, 210. Like, fat sticks out a lot more than muscle does. Now I look good in my clothes, And the skinny clothes are loose now. That was the thing I was gonna say. Not only does most of my wardrobe, which was bigger clothes, I can't wear. A lot of the skinny stuff is now falling off me. So I'm upping the strength training and trying to gain a little bit of inches to hold my clothes on. I was at the park and I haven't, even when I was big, I felt pretty good doing like yard work and stuff like that, walking the dog. But certain things I would do, like jumping or running or stuff like that, I get like weird like foot injuries. Like I'd sprain like the soft tissues of my feet, tweaks, just like tendons in my arms and my legs, like just weird pains, Just like going up the stairs, I feel pain on the front of my kneecaps. And it's because I was carrying all my weight, like in my midsection, Like I got wheelchair legs with the weight, It's not good. But running around, I have my kids stay fairly active because kids can get pretty sedentary these days. Had my kid run the soccer field, and then I said, I chased him, and I said if I caught him, I'd throw him. It was like a mud puddles everywhere because it's Houston and it rains a lot sometimes. But on the way of our second lap, he was probably a half a length of the soccer field, and I just sprinted like. I really shouldn't have sprinted as hard as I did, but it felt good. I felt muscles that I hadn't used in a while, but honestly, I did no pull up. I didn't like get, you get the snipes you in the leg as you fall to the ground. I caught up to him and he almost fell in the puddle, I knocked him over a little bit as I ran by him. He's giggling super hard, but that was something I was like, okay, like it helps with 25 pounds off of you, how much easier it is on your body, I'm feeling good. I mean, it's not hard really. Didn't realize I would lose so much fat or so much weight so quickly. And that was probably the best decision because exercising and working out and putting on muscle now a lot easier when your tendons and joints are getting a lot less stress on them. Mental clarity, more drive and focus. You can never invest too much in yourself. Be afraid to take the big risks and be afraid of debt. And I just mean that in investments and anything that can grow you. If you don't quit, you won't lose. All these, losses that you're taking, that you think you're taking, it's usually a bigger win is around the door, Opportunity, you missed out, but it might have grown you and got you in contact with someone for a much greater opportunity and fit, for your life. And that's what I'm personally experiencing right now.
At your heaviest, how much did you weigh?
250.
And how much do you weigh now?
185, 187. Dancing between the 185 and 190.
Billy, this is elite. I mean, that's running elite. To drop 65 pounds, big dog.
Nice,
That's
nice.
incredible. How does it feel?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I'm feeling like this is just the beginning.
You're looking pretty dang ripped, bro.
Thanks. Thank you, brother. Appreciate that.
So, wow. To have lost 65 pounds, Billy. I mean, talk to me about some of the benefits to your life you've seen come from this weight loss.
My clothes, I fit in a lot of the clothes. I kind of packed away to the side. I said, one day I'll fit in these. Now they're even some of them are loose. I'm going, holy cow. It's a good thing. The confidence is a big thing, because I tell you, I used to have no problem taking the shirt off, walking around. Be able to spend the summer going on the beach, get a little color on this white body of mine. Confidence back, feel proud, feel strong, and I'm loving it. It's probably one of the best things happening right now. It keeps me grounded. It helps keep me focused on positivity, moving forward to some good things. So it's not even just, I guess the endorphins or something kicks in. I'm feeling mentally better about the whole thing. It's not just the confidence, it's something else. It's maybe a hormonal, I'm not even sure. But it's a good, more relaxed, confident, happy feeling.
Actually is something hormonal, right? Because you can't be 250 pounds and not have your hormones completely out of whack, right? I mean, it's just the adipose tissue, the soft tissue. It creates an environment where estrogen levels are thriving, right?
Hey, we don't want that.
No. So your T levels, I mean, it is something hormonal. It for sure is.
It's opened up my eyes to a lot. I say, wow, this is a whole new path I'm going to move forward. Health oriented. To me, that's the man upstairs, and it's in my heart. Thank you for being on my team. Thank you for allowing me on your team. It was one of the best things I've done recently in my life. I appreciate it.
Hey, I'm on your team. You're on my team. We're in each other's corner.
Amen.
How are you sleeping now compared?
But since I've been on the program, getting better sleep, more solid sleep, waking up earlier. It is a lot better than it was 4 months ago, 3-4 months ago. I'm kind of like right now I feel great. I go outside, want to look up at the sky and just smile. But
how's your confidence levels?
Much better comparatively speaking. Look forward and smiling more and just happier, feeling better, interacting and everything. So yes, better. Not a holy roller or anything, but I really think this is God has put me on this path, higher spirituality and the good Lord. It's probably one of the best things going in my life, and it opens up the doors to looking at things in life in a different way. But this is stable and positive and nowhere to go but up. So
yes.
Island, baby.
That's so awesome, Billy.
Yo, that's nowhere to go but up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What would you tell someone that was specifically on the fence about maybe working with me personally?
Oh, get off the fence. Get off the fence, jump in. Don't even think too much about it, because your head will play tricks with you. You don't want that. You gotta smack it into gear. Just get moving. It's one step. One step leads to another, and you'll keep going forward. So that's, don't ride the fence. The fence will rip you apart, and it'll bury you one day. So get off that fence. Thank you for your help. It's great. Appreciate it more than you know.
I'm just excited for your future, Billy. Like, you just got such a bright future. And like, you're just running now the optimal version of self. You're running at an elite level. You're running because you're how old?
54. Yep.
54. And Billy, you're running elite. Look at you. You're running like a machine.
But you know what's funny? I went to trainers here. I had 4 different people here before you. It was helping me because I had physical issues going on here, so I needed a trainer and physical therapist slash. And it worked out for a little bit, got me in, and then I got off that routine for a bit, and then I met you, and you got me. And really, it's night and day. As a matter of fact, from the other trainers, these guys look good, but you're great. I will say that. It's surprising to even say this because I didn't realize I had about 4 guys here, and I even went to another guy when I started. When I hit the 250 and I decided to get off, I joined the trainer at another gym, and he was good. But you're the best. You're the best. But the whole program is good. The attitude is good. The diet incorporated with the whole thing is. I mean, this works. It works for me, and I don't see if you have an objective, is to get better in shape, physically, spiritually, mentally, diet and everything. You're the way to go, my man.
Thank you, Billy.
Thank you,
Billy. I'm just honored, and I'm just so grateful. I'm just so grateful for you doing the program and for the effort. I'm honored to have worked with you, and I'm in your corner, big dog. Like, whatever you need, I'm in your corner, and I'm just excited. I'm excited for your future, and I'm just excited. I'll let you go, but thanks again.
God bless you. I'll talk to you soon. Peace
God
out.
bless. God bless. Bye.
Oh man, my first week with you was the week of the 19th of January. I was pushing 194, 195. And I mean, that was the heaviest I've ever been, right? I mean, 37 years old, 3 kids. You could blame it on whatever, but it was just shocking, man, to see that within 93, 94 days, that I lost almost 30 pounds, and it's absolutely crazy because I, again, didn't think that I wasn't not active, but I didn't think I was not active to the point where I'm gaining that much weight or had that much weight, know, until I started the program. And it's been a freaking life change, but also a eye-opening deal to be like, holy crap, I'm hanging on to this stuff for no reason, and it's not the lifestyle that I want, so it just fueled me up to jump in headstrong with this program. And then things started looking pretty good. Things started getting a little more cut, a little more lean, and lo and behold, 30 pounds later, and now we're doing phase 2, so my prime was in my 20s, easy, for sure. That's when I was the most active. That's when I was, in baseball, doing anything I possibly could physically, right? Never have I been more strong now than I've ever been at 37, or even my whole life. I mean, bench, unreal. I mean, I was probably barely a plate in a 10, 45 and a 10 on each side, and that was a struggle, so I totally avoided bench with my life, just didn't want to do it. But now within this program, I was able to just get 2 plates a couple weeks ago, 205, 225 is kind of my comfort zone right now. And I never thought that would be possible, and here I am. I mean, I'm struggling, my arms are shaking, but I was able to do it 4 times, so that's a huge plus. But also, back in my previous life, I was able to do 315 on squats, but again, that's when I was 22, 23 years old. Haven't been able to do that for a long time. And then just about 2 weeks ago again, I was able to get 315, 4 sets, 6 times. Pretty. I mean, I wouldn't say easily, but I'm grunting and I'm struggling, I'm sweating the whole time, but it's happening, and I never thought that I'd get to that level again, ever.
You're stronger than you've ever been.
Ever. Yeah, bar none. I mean, again, 20s, I was in baseball, I did a lot of MMA stuff, kickboxing, so you think that I'd be in great shape and be able to do some pretty strenuous stuff, but nothing strength gaining, nothing is awesome as this has been, for sure.
You've lost 30 pounds.
Yeah.
But you've increased your strength by like 2-fold.
Oh, easy. Yeah. I would say for every pound or, quarter, whatever in this program, all these mile markers, I was cutting 2 pounds here, 3 pounds there a week. But on the flip side, I was being able to add 5 to 10 more pounds every week on each exercise. It's wild, man. Absolutely wild to see the gain strength wise and how much I could do every week,
That is so cool.
So it's wild.
That is so.
It is pretty cool.
Like, just incredible.
It's freaking addicting when you see the animal that you can become, having a focused, dialed in plan and an image of what you want to be and who you want to become.
Tell me a little bit about how you feel.
Yeah, so honestly, I mean, I was just going through the pictures last night of when I started to now. I was pretty lazy, man. I was pretty lethargic, didn't really have a whole lot of energy. If the kids wanted to go outside and play, I just pull up the garden chair and just sit down and watch them play, watch them kick the ball around. I just didn't feel like I wanted to, like I wanted to get up and do a whole lot, you know. But now with this program, I've been able to not only see the change in me, but now I want to be more active to balance out that lifestyle. And I'm more than happy to go outside and run around with the kiddos. I'm more than happy to, you know, go on hikes or walks or whatever in our neighborhood, just because I want us to keep moving. Like, it's so addicting to keep your body in an active motion that I get antsy if I'm sitting too long now, or if I'm not being, you know, doing something with my body. It's I always have to be active now, and so my energy levels are top notch, and I don't feel like as tired and lazy anymore, you know.
So
yeah, it's wild.
And that is so cool. Well, like, and even just to look at you too, like to look at you from the time when you started to now.
Oh yeah.
Like, holy Moses.
I was pudgy for sure. Definitely pudgy.
There's just been a massive change just in your face and like your countenance, and like all of that is just, it's just, there's a light just clicked on that you're like ready to go. Like,
yeah, for sure. I mean, you know, I didn't think that I'd get you know, a nice trim waistline again. You know, I mean, I had the overhang on the jeans, had the muffin hop a little bit, but the whole face thing, I didn't have a jawline like I do now. Different positions on how I hold my neck. It looks like, you know, I used to look like I had another scarf on or something, you know, that was just protruding out of my jaw. Like, what the heck is that, you know? But yeah, it's definitely getting chiseled, and it's a huge confidence booster, man, for sure. You know, just like when we talked a few weeks ago, we just got back from Cancun, and we went on a couple of trips previous to that. No way would I want to sit by the pool. No way would I want to take my shirt off. No way would I want, you know. And the first thing we did when we got there, shirt was coming off, went right over to the poolside and hung out. I just felt good, you know. I felt good because of the hard work that I'm noticing is paying off, man. You know.
It's amazing, dude, Rogan. That's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
So, if someone was on the fence about working with me, what would you tell them?
It's going to push you to become a new person. It's going to push you to become a new character, and it hands down a better version of you. I mean, if that's not enough to do this and to prove yourself wrong and to prove others wrong, then I hate to say it, but you're kind of kidding yourself. So yeah, hands down, if I had to do this all over again, 100%, sign me up again. Oh wait, I did. I signed up with you last night for phase 2, but you know, and it was the best leg workout today that I've ever had in 10 years. But yeah, absolutely. There's no question that if anybody has a desire to change, they have to get with you. There's no question about it, for sure. There's a certain level of respect when you do this program that you get for yourself, but there's also a sense of respect that now you see that others are giving you as well, which is probably the best addiction that I've seen, you know, once you start seeing that. So again, back to the thing, if you're on the fence, get off that fence and join, for sure. A sense of belonging. We all want a sense of connection and acceptance, and mentally, physically, emotionally, that's kind of what this program does in a nutshell. This is the best high. This is the best addiction that you're gonna get. And again, for those people like, oh well, maybe should try it. Freaking just try it.
And to see this also, like the impact that it has on your kids too. Like that's another thing that's just so incredible to me is.
And if you think they're not paying attention, got another thing for you, dude. So on that, just a quick little example. So I was in there just messing around, and I was flexing from the mirror, just trying, whatever, because the lighting looked good, whatever. I had no idea that my 2 little boys were watching. Okay. I just thought I was in there just getting a good flex on, whatever. the other day, we just got done playing a game, and they take off their shirts. Like, Dad, feel my muscles. Dad, it's just as big as yours. I'm like, what the heck? Where did you guys, and they finally told me, well, you were doing it. You were doing this. And then today, I was taking my boys to school, both of them before they left. Hey, Dad, you going to the gym today? Well, have fun at the gym. Get those big muscles, So now that's our thing every day when I drop them off now is get those big muscles, So they know, right? At 5 and 7 years old, they're starting to pick up on those little healthy habits, those healthy lifestyles, So if you don't think they're watching, I got another thing to tell you. It has been freaking awesome. And again, I've done it. I've done all, quick fix this, drink this, do that, go run, whatever. But no results, man. Certainly no results this quick or this apparent, I guess. Just like I say, when we were in Cancun, my wife was just hanging on my arm right and left, and she's like, "Dang, are you flexing right now? What are you doing?" I'm like, "No, I'm just having a good time, just chilling." And she's like, "Okay, all right." So now that for me was like, I'm going to the gym right now. Where's the gym in this hotel? So let alone, let alone do it for your partner too, right? Because they're the ones that have to look at you all the time. And if you can make them look twice and really put that kind of look in their eye, dude, that should be fire right there to get you to go. You know what I mean? sorry if that was too much, but hey, like it is real. It is real.
As a man, there's gotta be like, that's gotta rank up there with just like one of the maybe top 5 feelings that you can have. It's like
easy. Because when people are noticing, again, that we've already talked about, when your wife or your partner, that they look at you for the last 10 years, they're starting to be like, who are you? Who's this now? Who's this new you? Gosh, that just adds a ton of more life back into you that you didn't think you had. Yeah. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. And it's all because of this. It's all because of, hey, you know what? Do something a little bit better today, and you do it with this program. We were there for my wife's grandma's funeral, and there were a couple of people that pulled my wife aside and said, "Hey, what is he doing? What? He's different since we saw you guys around Christmas time. You guys on a diet program? Are you guys doing this?" And she goes, "No, he just found a program that fit his lifestyle, that is reaching the focus of his goal, that's aligning with his goals." And I mean, that was back in December, and now we just went a month ago, and people are like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? And if that's not enough to have, your worst critics, family, okay, start noticing and saying something different, something positive towards you and what you're doing, that was enough for me. We take so much what family tell us, right? We take it to heart. And when they're starting to say things like that, that's a different take for sure, So, and I'm telling you, it wouldn't be the same, man. It would not be the same if it wasn't for this program, for sure. So people got to do it, man. They gotta, if you want to live longer, and if you want to be there for your family and be 7 years old and still able to hike a couple miles, diet's not going to do it. Slim Fast sure as heck won't do it. I mean, thank you. If I didn't find this, and if we didn't chat, 5 months ago, this wouldn't have been even a close thought to my mind, because I went to the gym, but I didn't do crap when I went to the gym. Let's just put it that way. I did 3 workouts, so I sat for 10 minutes in between those workouts. So, this has been a freaking cool ride, man. And I can't wait to see where phase 2 goes. So